Euclid's Elements, Prop 1, Book 47. In right triangles, the square on the sides subtending the right angle is equal to the squares on the sides containing the right angle. So we'll drop our triangle. ABC. And angle ABC will be our right angle. And now with Prop 46 of Book 1, we are going to draw the squares on all the sides. Okay, I'll just label all these. So we'll go D, E, E, F, G, and let's go H, and then T. Okay, so we've got all of our squares. What we're trying to show is that this square, which is on the sides subtending the right angle, will be equal to the sum of the squares on the sides containing the right angle. So after drawing the squares, what Euclid does next is he utilizes Prop 31 of Book 1. So you start at point B, which is a line not on line, or sorry, a point not on line AH. And through it, we're going to draw a line parallel to AH. And we'll call that AL. So we connect, or we draw BL parallel to AH. And then a minor step, he uses postulate 1 to Book 1 to connect points D and C with a straight line, and also to connect points B and H with a straight line. I won't write that up. And then we know from the fact that this is a square, that AAT is a square, that the side AH is going to be equal to the whole side AC. And likewise with the square EA, we know that the side DA is equal to the side BA. And then we also know that in this angle right here in this square is equal to a right angle, and this angle in the larger square is also equal to a right angle. So then he does this, he uses common notion 2, which says equals added to equals makes equals. He adds the blue angle here, or angle BAC, to both of the right angles. So I'm going to write it up like this. I'm going to say that angle DAB plus the angle BAC equals, and I'll write this under here, equals the angle HAC plus the angle BAC. So basically we can say, all right, I'll draw it in green, that this whole angle then, right there, then green, will be equal to this whole angle in green. So I'll write this up. So you can say that the whole angle DAC is equal to the whole angle HAB. And now we can show via Prop 4 of Book 1 that the triangles DAC and HAB are equal because of side angle side. So we've got the equal side DA with BA and the equal side HA with AC, and then the whole angle there, the whole angle DAC is equal to the whole angle BAH. So the triangle DAC is equal to the whole triangle BAH. Now, one other thing before we get to Prop 41, Book 1, Prop 14, we need to get EB in a straight line with BC. So he uses proposition 14 for that. So we have a straight line AB, and on either side of point B, we have straight lines EB and BC, which make the adjacent angles equal to two right angles, because this is a right angle, it's the corner of a square, and this is the right angle of our given right triangle. So that means from proposition 14 of book 1 that EB is in a straight line with BC. So proposition 14, I'm just going to say that EC is a straight line. And that's important because now we have our parallels DA and EC, which is important because we have proposition 41, which is going to be applied a couple of times. And the first one we'll use the square EA with the triangle DAC. So you can see that the square EA sits on the base DA, and the triangle DAC also sits on the base DA, and they're both contained within the same parallels, namely EC and DA. Therefore, EA is going to be twice the triangle DAC. So the square EA is going to be equal to twice the triangle DAC. And then down here, we're going to apply the same proposition again, so I'll just do it on this line. We know that the triangle FAB sits on, HAB sits on the base AH, and the parallelogram LA also sits on the base AH, and they're in the same parallels LB and HA. So we can say that the parallelogram LA is twice the triangle BAH. So we could say that I'm going to denote a parallelogram this way. So the parallelogram LA equals twice the triangle, twice the triangle HAB. Okay, step 8. But since LA was twice the triangle HA, the parallelogram LA was twice the triangle HAB, and the square or parallelogram EA was twice the triangle DAC, and the two triangles are equal, therefore we can say that doubles of equal things are equal, so that the square EA is equal to the parallelogram LA. So we'll write that square EA equals the parallelogram LA. Similarly, if I connect B to T, and G to A, we can show that the square FC is going to be equal to the parallelogram LC. So we say similarly, we can show that square FC is equal to the parallelogram LC. Which means that since this square here, FC, is equal to this parallelogram right here, and the square EA is equal to this parallelogram right here, and those two parallelograms comprise the big square AT, that means that the square on AT is equal to the squares on EA and FC. But EA is a square on the line AB, which is one of the sides about the right angle, and FC is a square on a side that's the other side about the right angle, and the square AT is the square on the side subtending the right angle, which is exactly what we wanted to prove. QE.